The Ray Burke controversy, government leaders deny cracks between the coalition parties. The High Court orders the extradition of Brixton prison escaper Pierce McCauley. And progress in the Middle East peace process with the release of 50 Palestinian prisoners by Israel. Hello, welcome to 6-1. Also on the programme this Monday evening, a shortage of hospital nurses. Unions say the crisis could last for up to 5 years.
One of the biggest Irish shopping successes, Cuisine de France, is taken over in a £50 million deal. And in sport, we talked to the Dublin schoolboy who found a new striker for the Irish soccer team on the internet.
But first, the controversy surrounding Ray Burke and its impact on the day-to-day functioning of the government have been considered by the Taoiseach Bertie Ahern and Taoiseach Mary Harney at a meeting in Dublin today. Afterwards, Ms Harney spoke of her trust in Mr Ahern. Both she and the Taoiseach said there were no cracks in the coalition. But she refused to comment when asked if Mr Burke's position in Cabinet had been considered during their talks. Earlier, the PD leader had acknowledged she'd been told in July of Mr Burke's involvement in the controversial sale of passports to a wealthy Arab banker.
Mary Harney sought this meeting following the revelation that Bertie Ahern had made 3 inquiries into Ray Burke's role in the passports affair. Today she acknowledged she'd been told of the controversy by a third party in July and had spoken to the Taoiseach about it at that time. But according to PD sources, it's the media concentration on Mr Burke and the drip feed of allegations about planning which is their main concern. They say all of this is having a negative impact on the work of the government and is a detraction from its day-to-day business. However, after her meeting with the Taoiseach, Mary Harney was adamant the controversy was not undermining the coalition.
There's no breakdown of trust, so I trust the Taoiseach. We have a good working relationship and that will continue to be the case.
But had she and Bertie Ahern discussed Mr Burke's replacement in Cabinet?
I'm not going to comment any further. I had a very good meeting with the Taoiseach and we're going to have another meeting tomorrow.
For his part, the dilemma facing Bertie Ahern as the coalition leaders consider Ray Burke's position is that he has always contended his minister must be regarded as innocent until proven guilty. And as he fulfilled a number of functions today, he made clear he regarded Ray Burke's involvement in the passports affair as peripheral.
He dealt with the matter, in my view, in line with what he was advised in his department, and all the notes of the file are there on that basis. Really, it's a pity actually the entire file and all the notes were not put in the public domain, but quite frankly, even if they were, it wouldn't make any difference. People have formed their own opinion on Ray Burke, and people will just keep on saying things regardless of what he says.
Later, Mr Ahern was asked about his meeting with the Taoiseach and whether they discussed Ray Burke.
We're discussing the passports issue and, you know, the papers that neither of us had seen to date, which we now have received, even though I don't think I still haven't seen the full report, but courtesy of the Irish Times, I've now read it.
But what effect was the controversy having on the cohesion of the coalition?
None whatever, absolutely none whatever. Stronger actually than ever.
The coalition leaders are to meet again tomorrow with question marks still hanging over Ray Burke's future as Minister for Foreign Affairs. It's likely the Cabinet will also consider the ongoing controversy. The matter will be raised in the Dáil later by the Fine Gael leader John Bruton. He said today the sacrificing of Mr Burke, as he put it, over something the Taoiseach knew about all along would damage the government's credibility even further.
The High Court has ordered the extradition back to Britain of Brixton prison escaper Pierce McCauley. He's wanted there on explosives and firearms.